All right, guys, welcome to Care Smarts 360 on air, a home care podcast. I'm Dennis Gill, Senior Sales Consultant at Care Smarts. So today we are joined by the incomparable Tena Scallan, founder and caregiving expert at the Ultimate Caregiving Expert, whose LinkedIn paints her as a true champion for family caregivers. So, as the driving force behind the Ultimate Caregiving Expert, she crafts clear, user friendly resources and tools to tackle everyday care challenges, harness SEO, know how to boost their reach, and creates vibrant visuals that resonate. Her passion lies in delivering hands on guidance and fresh perspectives that uplift caregivers' well being and simplify life's toughest moments. So, in caregiving without going broke, building a sustainable income while providing care, Tina will reveal her secret sauce for turning compassion into cash flow without selling your soul, or I would say your silverware. So, we'll unpack DIY budgeting hacks, SEO amplified outreach tips, and graphics driven guides that turn confusing care plans into clear, clickable victories. So grab a latte, press play, and prepare to laugh, learn, and level up your caregiving game, fiscally and fantastically. So welcome to the podcast, Tina.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Dennis. I believe caregiving is the backbone of today's healthcare. Without
Perfect.
family caregivers,
Mm-hmm.
things would be a lot worse than what they are. I had a company called Independent Living Services that I ran for 25 years,
Okay.
and I trained caregivers to be in the home to care for people. In
Uh-huh.
2012, I gave up the company because it was so hard to find good caregivers to do everything that was needed in the home.
Okay.
So I started teaching caregivers, families, how to be their own caregivers. And
Oh,
life got so much better.
very good. Very good to hear that. So obviously a drastic change that from the caregivers and then making the people understand how caregiving is a beautiful thing that they can do. Okay, so Tina, I'll straight away jump in with the first question that we have for you. If you're ready.
Yeah.
So, what are the most common financial traps that push family caregivers into hardship, and what simple first steps can help them start reversing that trend today, according to you?
Number one, the biggest one is not being prepared.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't know when caregiving is going to happen, it you can sit there and say mom's turning 65 but she's doing well, and then the next day boom, she could have a stroke, anything
Yeah.
could happen. So the best thing to do is be prepared. By the time you're 65, your life should be organized. If it is not organized, that's when caregiving gets into really hard steps, because then that's where the burnout is. That's when, unpreparedness comes into play. And
Mm-hmm.
then it just becomes one big mess, and frustration, finances, everything gets turned over. But the real thing is learning how to find real expectations of caregiving. Let what you thought caregiving should be and throw it out the window and start fresh. Get the home organized,
Mm-hmm.
write a plan, and really focus on the future, because the past is over,
Yep.
and whatever happened in the past you can't bring it with you to the future. So I've cleaned out about 500 homes,
Oh,
and it is
great.
not fun. When you step into a caregiving situation, the first thing that you should do is have a plan. Once
Mm-hmm.
you have that plan, then you need to tackle the house, because when you're sick and things are going wrong, the last thing you need to do is have a closet full of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so that's one of the reasons why I created a bunch of resources on my website. The latest resource that I have a group on Facebook.
Hmm.
It's a family caregiver group. And for the last year, I've been asking them, what is the biggest problems? Well, everybody's coming back to me saying, I'm unorganized, I'm
Hmm.
burnt out, I'm broke, I have no money. So I created a plan, heal, and earn.
Uh-huh.
It's three little workbooks. Here's the first one.
Okay. Caregivers cash flow plan. Yeah.
And then I created the compass,
Caregivers
which
compass. Okay.
from burnout to balance, and then the organizational
Organizational
planner.
planner. Okay.
And for someone who went through fires, hurricanes, when you lose everything, you realize you don't need that much stuff in your life.
Right.
So when you start over, you keep things simple, super, super simple.
Uh-uh. Got it. Got it. Got it. But I see that you have put a lot of time and compassion in the work that you do. That's really good.
I love what I do. I started off as a candy striper taking care of my mom at age 10. So I've been in it a
Oh,
long time.
oh, good to hear that. Good to hear that. So next thing, Tina, caring for a loved one without pay takes a huge emotional toll. So how do you help caregivers reframe their mindset so they see it's not only okay, but also essential to seek fair compensation?
Well, the thing is that the encouragement that I offer is caregiving is love, but it's
Hmm.
also labor.
Yeah.
And both can coexist. I mean, you're not selfish for wanting to support yourself or your loved ones because a lot of times you have to quit a job or do something, that you can no longer make money because caregiving is 24/7.
Hmm.
And burnout helps no one when you crash. So does the care. Some of the mindful shifts I see is that caregivers deserve recognition. I mean, I will not sit there and put down LPNs, RNs, or doctors because without them, we are in real trouble. But
Yeah.
family caregivers is the beginning. It's where everything starts. And if
Hmm.
they're not doing a good job in the home, that's where hospitalizations start to go into play. That's where home health agencies have to come into play. And if the whole system is broken, then we're in trouble. So if we can't fix it in the very beginning, it'll make things a lot easier the higher you go.
You're right. And linked to this, so next question is completely linked to this. So many caregivers feel strapped for time. So what are three highly creative, low barrier ways they can begin generating extra income from home, even if they only have an hour or two free each day?
Well, here are three realistic low barrier ways to earn from home. And what kills me is this is the simplest thing that has ever happened. And I don't know why more people aren't thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
When we went through COVID, everybody had to work remotely.
Yep.
And so that's where remote work started. But now monetize what you know. I mean, if you like to cook, there's YouTube videos on how to cook. I mean, there's so many things that you could do. And if you want to be happy with what you do in work, monetize what you know. You already have valuable skills from caregiving. Don't underestimate that. I mean, help other caregivers stay organized, teach them something, and it
Mm-hmm.
makes a win win for both situations. Number two, working from home, you could work for big companies like Amazon,
Yeah.
American Airlines, CVS, insurance providers. There's a whole bunch of things that I could help you get into the play. Um, all you need to work from home is a computer or a laptop, internet access, and a quiet space. That's it.
That's it. And if the person is eager to work, there are options out there, and definitely, listeners, Tina is there to help you with that.
Yeah, and the cash flow plan I created to make sure that it teaches you, it makes you realize what you like to do for your life, because a lot of things that happen too is that once you stop caregiving,
Hmm.
you're like a lost puppy. You don't know what to do with yourself. And while you're caregiving, whether you have 5 minutes or an hour each day, you could sit down and you could journal with the compass,
Uh-huh.
and it could teach you how to do things. Or you could just start and use the caregiver's cash
Cashflow
flow,
plan.
because it's a step-by-step plan that helps you figure out your passion, figures out what you want to do for the rest of your life. And trust me, it's very simple.
Mhm. Good to hear that. I think it's really good that our listeners would be aware about that. For whomever this is a good opportunity, please make sure that you are listening completely to what Tina is saying today. Okay, now, so what personal experience or aha moment inspired you to develop the caregiver's cash flow plan, which you were showing me just now? And can you share one standout success story of how it's lifted the family out of financial stress?
Oh, absolutely. My aha moment did come from one single event. I spent the last year listening. If
Mm-hmm.
you sit down and listen to what people have to say, you learn a lot. Um, my family, their my family caregiver Facebook group is where I uncovered heartbreak, and it was not surprising. So many caregivers completely are overwhelmed, emotionally burnt out, and financially drowning. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not just one. I mean, I have 3,000 caregivers that are saying the same thing, and it's from New York all the way to California. I mean, our nation is crying, and caregivers do the work of social worker, uh, LPN, medical supply. I mean, they're wearing so many hats, and you could see why they're burnt out. But if you teach them how to get organized, how to heal, and how to earn an income, things become a lot easier. That's why I created the caregiver cash flow plan. It's a step-by-step guide to teach people their passion, what to
Mm-hmm.
do, and how to implement everything and start making money within a couple of weeks' time.
Okay, okay.
I do have one caregiver in our community that was caring for her aging mother while she was trying to raise two children.
Mm-hmm.
After using the cash flow plan, she started to think about her future,
Mm-hmm.
what she really wanted out of life. She began doing part-time virtual assistant work for other people, and
Okay.
now instead of being financially strapped, she's now confident, she's happy, and she's also taking care of her loved one with no problems.
Definitely, it is a great thing. What you must be feeling when somebody that you are making them learn something and they are doing something for their families. I can't even imagine what feeling it would be. That's really good to hear.
It is wonderful.
It should be definitely. And lastly, caregivers often feel guilty or ashamed at the thought of charging for their time. So, what encouragement or mindset shifts do you offer to help them move past those feelings and advocate for themselves? Very important.
But this is the problem. This is a message from my heart. You're not asking for money, you're asking to keep going. I
Yeah.
mean, you deserve to thrive, not just survive. And right now, they're surviving. I mean, they're burnt out, they're overwhelmed, they don't know which way to go. And I'm here to help them all. I mean, I can sit down and do a Zoom with you, go through your whole house, tell you exactly what to do, how to get everything organized, how
Hmm.
to start doing your remote work at home. I can teach you everything. I encourage them to do, they're doing the work of multiple professionals,
Yeah.
and they're worthy of support. I mean, the caregiver, family caregivers right now, whether you're working from an agency or you're working on your own, you're all alone. I mean, you go in there and you're doing the work of multiple people, so they deserve to be taken care of, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Definitely. It's really good to hear that. Really good to hear that. So it was really, really nice talking to you. I know it was a short time today, and we would love to have another session with you someday with some more stories that you could let us know about, more listeners that would be aware about that. So, but thank you today. Thank you, Tina, for sharing your expertise. And to our lovely audience, thank you for tuning in. And I hope it would be a very beneficial session for our listeners today. So, until next time, I'm Dennis Gill signing off. Thank you,
Wait
guys.
up, wait.
Yeah, sorry.
I
Yeah,
want to, I want to tell them where to get the bundle. You can
surely.
go to the ultimate caregiving expert.com/bundle, and you could get all three of them for a very, very low price.
Perfect. Listeners, so you have this address where you can get that. Go grab it, and it would be really beneficial for you, for your family, for your loved ones. Please go through it, and Tina is always there to assist you. All
Yep,
right.
it's the roadmap. It's the roadmap to getting organized, healing from burnout, and finding ways to earn some money.
Perfect. Really good. Really good. So thank you. Thank you again. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for enlightening our audience today. And it was lovely talking to you. Thank you, listeners. Thank you.